What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video by yours truly. Kudo Games just dropped a sneak peek preview into 1.3 with their latest developer note, and I want to give my thoughts and opinion on what I saw in it, which admittedly, it's a bit lackluster. Some of the news is huge news. Again, we're going to go over it, and some of it just kind of felt like, with what you showed, you kind of could have just kept that to yourself and maybe delivered it in a better marketing strategy or tactic versus what you did right now. Before we go any further, to the shields, this is not me hating on Kudo Games. This is not vitriol criticism. I like this company and I like the game that they made for me. I enjoy it very much. So when I provide feedback, it's because I want the game to improve and be a better experience for not only me, but the community overall. Yeah. Surprise, we always have to put disclosures in there for morons who think that we're trying to attack the company. When in regards, we're trying to make the game better. Let's take a look at what they got prepared for us. All right, so developer message. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support and love for Wuthering Waves. It's crazy how time flies. We're already halfway through version 1.2 and the turquoise moon glow. By the way, I still have to play the story. I plan to stream it and finish it all with my my audience. It's been over 2 months since I've last streamed, so I look forward to coming back into things and enjoying Wuthering Waves with my WoWa community. We hope the Moonlit Fair has been a blast for you so far. Unfortunately, I cannot comment on that. While you are enjoying all the festivities, new stories are unfolding beyond the borders of Jinzu. We have some awesome updates in the pipeline, and we are excited to give you a sneak peek through this preview. In this preview, you have a glimpse into the new area, gameplay features, and some storyline currently in development. So see, when I read some storyline in development, I was really thinking about continued story development being revealed in these notes. I didn't get that, and that was a bit of a letdown. So just knowing, if you guys are seeing my video, Kudo, that if you say some storyline currently in development, I'm thinking main storyline when you put that down, not a story quest of a character I personally, okay, speak for myself, don't give a damn about. In this preview, you can have a glimpse into the new area gameplay features. Okay, so glimpse into the new area. Again, when I read stuff like this, you're setting my expectations. I want you to understand that. So when I look at new area, the Black Shores, which it's already been circulating on the internet. Unfortunately, you have to deal with leakers like everyone else. The Black Shores, an archipelago enshrouded in mysteries and turmoil, remains sealed away from the world in thick digital fog. It is still uncertain when or who will lift its veil, allowing it to once more shoulder the task of connecting to the world. This is huge news, getting a new area. And before I go any further, Kudo has continued to cook with what it's delivered so far since the game's release, which hasn't been out for a long time. I loved the new area that y'all showed us when Changli dropped, going up into the time remnant area with where Ju lives. That area was sick, and I was thoroughly impressed. I remember being taken aback when I first walked into it, and I was like, wow, they really cooked. So I have no doubt in my mind that Kudo Games will cook with the Black Shores. My problem is, what the fuck is the point of showing this right here if that's all you're going to show? I understand that it is a preview. I get it, but this is the shittiest preview I've ever seen of an area. You might as well just take the picture out and just let me imagine what the area looks like. I can't really extrapolate a lot from this. Obviously, you're trying to show off some type of magical, majestic vibe that has like a bit of a water aura. I get it, right? But you need more than one fucking picture. You really do. Like, give me 3 at least. I can't really see what's going on here. And that's my real gripe. It's kind of annoying. It's just like, y'all could have just kept that picture. Am I the only one that felt that way? Please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Community, maybe it's just me, but I'm a pretty smart guy, and I'd like to think that I'm fair in scrutinizing that one picture to demonstrate that there's a new area coming. It's a bit of a letdown, I'll be honest with you. Also motion, don't sleep on that. And I know you guys are capable of it, as well as the other Gacha games. You guys have these little like motion, panoramic type of visualization sometimes when you show off new stuff. That would have been much better here. Again, but like with 3 to 4 pictures. I rest my case. Moving on. New character. This is a positive feedback from me. New character Youhu. I don't care for the design of the character, but if she's fun enough, I'll play her. But this was crazy to me. I thought this was insane. This is Kudo again demonstrating that they are second to none when it comes to combat mechanisms, ingenuity in combat, and being disruptive to the space with their combat. We've cooked up something special with our upcoming, yes you did, with our upcoming resonator Youhu. And I think this is more of a test to see how the community responds back to it, which should be a positive response. Her Resonance skill and Resonance Liberation come with new QTE mechanics that bring a twist to combat. It's fun, it's unique, and we think you're going to love it. I couldn't fucking agree more. Adding in a QTE mechanic to both the skill and liberation of a character sets up room for so many doors on how you can explore the combat and the mechanisms of these characters. Being able to like slow down time right when you pop a skill and press A, W, D, or S to either enhance the ability, change the ability, or buff the ability. I mean, that is incredible. Doing it again too with an ult, and then knowing they're gonna drop some 5-star character down the line with another QTE mechanic like that. Fuck yeah. The core of Wuthering Waves enjoyment for me is the combat, and seeing you guys constantly build on that combat and throwing in mechanics like this that are definitely disruptive. That's awesome. Wow, flowers off to you on that one. So yeah, I thought that was cool. And I feel like Youhu being a 4-star with this mechanic, again, I think that's them testing the waters. Anyways, new gameplay content. I can only speak for myself on this. I don't really care for puzzles, but I do admit that they make the exploration of your world more immersive and more fulfilling. So I think a lot of people who like puzzles, you'll enjoy this. Me personally, I'm indifferent. New special enemy, Hedgepuff. So these special enemies at this point in time for the game are a joke to me. Once you get fully developed, they're hardly challenging fights, which is fine. They are challenging. They can pop your ass if you ain't quick with it. But for the most part, I don't really care about this news either. It's pretty like, who cares news? Basically what I'm trying to say is I feel like news like this, you're just better off just letting people discover that when you drop your update, and then they're like, oh wow, look, they added some new, this is just my own opinion though. It is news at the end of the day, but I don't really care. But they added in some new red boss fights into the area, not just Hedgepuff, more enemies. Yeah, cool. This guy is a new boss, Fallacy of No Return. And I imagine this is the boss you're probably gonna be farming to ascend Shorekeeper and Youhu. New boss equals new mats for your new characters to be built up upon. That's how I look at that. Created by the Tethys system, patrolling the borders between reality and a digital world. That sounds quite interesting. I will say, I really like that design. I don't know what, it feels like it's not really that much of a crazy design. I don't know, but the shoulders and the padding on the legs kind of give off a mecha oriented feel, fused in with a cosmic ethereal type of vibe with this. I don't know if that's its bloodstream, his life force or whatever. It looks cool. I like it. And then he's got a big ass Jace hammer. Cool looking monster. I'm not gonna lie. I vibe with it, or whatever you want to call those things. Echo. New tactical hologram Inferno Rider. This was obviously the highlight for me. My favorite thing about Wuthering Waves, without a shadow of a doubt, are the hologram fights. I think the hologram fights are infinitely more fulfilling and enjoyable than Tower of Adversity is. I'm probably gonna make a video tearing Tower of Adversity apart. It's gonna make the Kudo community, Shields, not the whole community. The Shields probably dislike me, but it is so important to provide feedback. And I think their Tower Adversity mode is doing them a disservice. We'll tie into that. That's kind of getting off a tangent here and getting sidetracked. But this just reminded me of just how much I love this mode and how much I dislike their Tower of Adversity. It's just kind of mundane, and I feel like there's nothing really about it that brings anything new to the table. Anyways, I'm very, very, very excited about the Inferno Rider. I can't wait. Every single hologram fight that I've done, well, not every single, some of them are fucking annoying and kind of like wonky and need more refinement. But every single one I've done pretty much has been not only a unique experience, but a breath of fresh air when it comes to a motivating factor for me to master my characters that I've been investing in. This mode alone has carried Wuthering Waves tremendously for my enjoyment, because I get to go into the fights and say, all right, show me, let's show what I'm made of with these characters that I like to play with. Anyways, they do good. And every fight feels, again, exclusive, unique, and defining to who that fight actually is. Again, this is Inferno Rider, so I look forward. And Inferno Rider, I feel like bros can easily be the hardest fight. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see what happens there. We're also exploring the tactical hologram. Okay, I already seen that. Finally, new story. Yeah, new companion story. Now, to be fair, Chang Li's companion story was a banger. And what's her name? Yinlin. Her companion story was a banger. And I haven't done Jeji's that art girl, but hers is probably good too. So I think Wuthering Waves has proven that its companion stories are actually very enjoyable. That said, I could not give a fuck about Encore. There's nothing about this character that's going to make me want to try their companion story. It will probably be left as incomplete in perpetuity. And that's it. There's so much more on the horizon. We'll continue to share new content and optimization details with you, so stay tuned. Don't forget, we sent out this message. The Moon Chasing Festival featured event is still in full swing. Yeah. I'll be honest. This developer note, you know, I tried my best to highlight the positives of it, but I feel like it was more of a feeler of the actual information they can present. I get that it's a preview, but it was like the most bare minimum preview. It could have showed off a little bit of something, you know, in terms of the scenes of the new area, what she actually does here. Again, that kind of like that panoramic thing that they do where it's like a, I don't know, it's like motion, like halfway motion picture, halfway not. Somebody knows the correct terminology there. But other than that, yeah, it didn't show off Shorekeeper right here. I was expecting to see some Shorekeeper stuff. Didn't even fill me in right there. I don't know. I just feel like they could have done more with this preview note in terms of hype and anticipation, and they kind of just missed the mark on that. Those are my honest thoughts. You let me know down below what you guys felt. That's going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Twitch.tv/GachaSmack is where I will be streaming Wuthering Waves. I think I'm probably going to try and pick it up tomorrow. We got to get through the story of HSRs in the Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves. So we're just going to be like knocking them back as fast as possible. But yeah, peace.